So hello guys, welcome to my channel, and this is the editorial video of contest number 741 Code Forces Problem C rings. So basically we have been given a binary string, and what we just have to do, basically we just suppose the length of this binary string is equal to n. So basically what we just have to do, we have to find two substrings which are not equal to each other, like this and this is a valid answer, right? But basically what I just mean to say that a starting point and end point both should not be the same in the two substrings. So basically we just have to find two substrings such that the length of each one of them is at least n by 2. Basically the length is greater than equal to n by 2. And the second part is that suppose the first substring is t and the second substring is w, then what we just need to know, basically f of t, where f is a function, is equal to f of w into k. Basically this f function is defined as the magic function which basically converts this a binary string, a given binary string, into its decimal equivalent, right? So for example, if we have 1010, then we can take this string and we can take this string, right? So basically in the first case 010, our f of t will be equal to 2, right? Because the value of 010 in decimal equivalent is 2, and this value of 10 is also 2. So basically 2 is equal to 2 and then k is equal to 1, so as to satisfy this given equation, right? I hope you have got the question. What we just have to do, let us consider some more example test cases, then we'll get better intuition of this problem. So first of all, the first case is 101111, right? So what we can observe, we can take the string t as this, starting from index number 1 till the last index, and our second string could start with index number 2 and could go up to the last position, right? So in this case f of t will be equal to f of w into basically 1, right? The k will be equal to 1 in this case. So one thing that we can just observe from our observation is that, suppose this is the length n by 2 and this is again the length n by 2. I'm consider first of all I'm just considering the case of odd even length, then or case of odd length will be equivalent, right? So if the zero is present, if the first zero is present over the left side, so what I can just do, I can take my first string starting from this index till the last index, and it is guaranteed that the length will be greater than or equal to n by 2, because this length is already n by 2, right? And we can take our second string starting from this. The value of both of them will be equal, because 0 into whatever the string is, and same string, if we take the same string without this preceding 0, the value of both of them will be equal to 0. That is for sure, because this 0 is having no weightage in the decimal equivalent, right? So now the second case is, if our 0 comes at the right side position, right? So in that case what we can just do, we can take a string starting from the first index and go till this index which contains 0, and we can take our second string starting from the first index and go till that index minus 1. Basically what I mean is, I mean that this string could go from here, first index till index containing 0 minus 1, right? All right. So in that case what we can observe, that f of t will be equal to f of w into 2. Why so? Because consider we have a string, let us consider an example. We have 1010 and 10100. So we know that this is basically this string is equivalent to 1 bit. This string is 1 bit shifted to the left side as compared to this string, right? So whenever we shift our binary string by 1 bit to the left, then we know that the string gets multiplied by 2. Basically the equivalent number gets multiplied by 2, right? So yeah, that was the whole idea. And if our string does not contains any 0, so what we can just say, that we can take our number. So yeah, basically if our string consists of all ones, what we can just do, we'll take first string starting from this first index and go till n minus 1th index, and take our second string starting from this first index and go till nth index. In that case, the value of the decimal equivalent of string t will be equal to decimal equivalent of string w, right? So I hope that I have made all the possible cases clear. If you still haven't got the solution approach to this problem, you may refer to my code for better intuitions. So thank you guys, keep coding.